Have you ever experienced this type of thing where you've been talked over by ladies or a certain gender and you're always being talked over, and the moment you say something you get blown up at? Or you
I'll
had the or you had a Marlon Wayans moment like Marlon did in there, where he was actually speaking about masculinity,
Yeah, she
and
got more.
she kept asking
It's
about
crazy.
real men and masculinity when it had to do with
What is
masculinity.
a real man? All right,
yeah.
go ahead, Dustin.
So I've been heavy in corporate America my entire career. In January, I have been corporate America 20 years. Um, I started off sweeping the motherfucking floors, people, with a degree in biology from Temple University. Like I didn't get it from Cracker Jack U. Like I went and got that. I put the work in. I got this degree, and only job I could get, I was sweeping floors as a lab technician. Okay, and I rose through the ranks to the point of where I've run several departments at this point in my career. There were multiple times in my career, especially starting off out of college, where I didn't want to give my opinion in rooms because I personally felt I was just going to be instantly shut down. Um, Most of the rooms that I am in, um, white and Asian, Indian, Chinese, white people. That's who runs the industry that I am in. That's just what time it is. So I didn't have a. I'm not going to say I had a handicap or fear of speaking up. I just often noticed that when we would have meetings, people would go around the room and they would ask everybody's opinion except for mine. This was early in my career. It happened multiple times. And one day, and this, as crazy as this sounds, the real will get it. Because if you were there, you saw a change in me, and my career skyrocketed after this. When my best friend passed away, God rest his soul, Littles, best of the block. Been 19 years since he passed away. See the correlation, people.
Legend.
Just told you, I've been in this shit about to be 20 years. So I did about a year in my industry, and I just was going to work and I just was letting people talk. And he passed away. And when he passed away, I found out when I was at work, and I didn't go to work for a week until after the funeral. Used all my sick time and everything like that. And I came back to work and I found out that there was a white woman on the job who me and her kind of bumped heads a lot, but she bumped heads with everybody. And everybody used to say, "Oh, that's just how she is. That's just how she is. I could put your name on blast, but I respect your husband because we got the same name. So if you know me and you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly who I'm talking about right now." Um, the point is, she was quick to always interrupt everybody and this, that, or whatever, and like always talking over people because she was trying to move up. And Littles died, and I'm like, wait a minute. This man died. He finally got off the block. He finally stopped doing whatever he was doing. I ain't putting man's business out there because he ain't here to do it himself. He finally stopped moving the way he was moving, was getting his life together, and he died. Here I am. I got this degree. Um, and I'm just literally letting motherfuckers walk all over me, basically. I come around my friends and everybody loves me. I'm the man. I'm smart. I'm this. And then I get in the room with these people and I'm not being who I am. And I found out that this young white lady had went on Little's MySpace and was showing everybody all the pictures of him.
What?
Money, flat, because we was young black dudes flashing money,
I don't remember this one, Dustin.
smoking, huh?
I don't remember
This,
this one, bro.
I really talk about it.
Well, damn, I'm learning now. This is some fuck shit, bro. God
So,
damn.
and she went and she went and showed everybody my friend's fucking page, and was like, you see this? This is the type of people Justin hangs out with, yada, yada, yada. This is what she's saying when I'm not there. So now, fast forward a couple of months, I stopped talking to her. Just stopped talking to her completely. Never had another word to say to her. We had a meeting where some mistakes were happening in the manufacturing area. And they came around and they started asking everybody, what's going on? What's the problem? Why is everybody making mistakes? And there was one manager, I could say your name too. Everybody loved him. I didn't like him because he was the typical frat white guy who now he has a job in corporate America and he's a manager and he thinks he can talk to you however. So he comes in, what the fuck is wrong with all you guys? Why you don't do your fucking jobs? Yada, yada, yada. And then his boss had to like say, calm down. And she's like, guys, like, what's the problem? And the first person that goes to talk is this blonde chick. And she starts going to talk and I cut her off in front of a room of white people. I was the only black person there and I straight cut her off. Nope. Don't want to hear it. That's not how we all feel. I'm tired of always hearing from you. Straight up said it. Audible gasp. Okay, Justin, what do you feel? And I told him how I felt and told him what the problems were. I didn't get called down to the office because the managers, the senior manager and the manager was like, oh, there's tension between Justin and blonde girl number one. What's the problem? And management is like, my supervisor I was working in Rhode Island. This motherfucker was Peter Griffin through and through. 100%. Again, another white guy who got a job because he was white and the freaking plant was down the street from his house. He had no reason being my manager. He barely graduated high school. The company paid for him to go to community college. He barely passed community college. He used to bring his homework into the job and get help from people for community college so he could get his associate's degree, so he could be a supervisor. And he used to come in and brag about how he was making 100 G's. I'm 21 years old. Okay. So this same guy is asking me, oh, what's the problem with you and blonde number one? And I was like, oh, she's disrespectful. And I saw my opportunity to show how disrespectful I can be when it matters. And he was like, what? So I said, told him the story about her showing the pictures. Oh, she could have done that to anybody. And he's like, yeah, but she was in the middle. She was about to say something. You can't just talk over people. I said, she does it all the time. You don't say a word. So why is it different when I do it and she does it?
Nope.
He ain't have an answer for me. So then he starts trying to tell me to calm down and pump my brakes and yada, yada, yada.
That's what they do.
And I told him, why don't you calm down and why don't you pump your brakes?
Pump your brakes.
Because you are only sticking up for her because she looks like you. Because if her name was Shaniqua and I did that, all y'all would have laughed. Silence. Oh, Justin, why you got to make it a race thing? I'm not making it a race thing. You talking to me because I cut somebody off in a meeting because I said, I'm sick of hearing you always be the one talking. You don't represent our entire team. Let me speak. But now I'm down here talking to you. Why didn't you bring old girl down here and talk to her about what the issue is? Why are you only talking to me about it? Oh, well, I plan to talk to her next. You just came out for break first. I said, no, you could have called her down and she could have went to break first. You didn't have to call me down here. Matter of fact, I'm done with this conversation. I got my ass up and I walked out. And from that moment on, ain't none a person ever, white, black, Spanish, whoever, in these corporate environments has shrank me in the room. If I'm choosing not to talk, I'm in a room full of idiots. And I don't even want to grace you with my wisdom because as soon as I open my mouth and you see what's coming out, jewels, gems, gold, precious metals coming from this brain and this tongue, you're going to throw all the work on me. Therefore, Now I don't have too much to say. I'm now in a position of leadership at the job, so I'm expected to say more. But what most people will realize when it comes to me in corporate America, when I speak, it's with a purpose. I'm not speaking to make the CEO, the vice president, all the C-level executives, make them happy. No, I'm telling you exactly what time it is. Because guess what? You take a shit like me, you piss like me, you put your clothes on like me, you got to brush your teeth, even though a lot of y'all nasty motherfuckers don't. Your hygiene is trash, low level, high level. You get in the room with these people, they're fucking nasty. The point I'm making is you are a person to me. Your title means dick to me. So if you're doing fuckery, I call you on your fuckery. Because what are you going to do? Fire me? Thank you. Because now I get unemployment and I don't have to deal with your stupidity anymore. I move differently than a lot of people in corporate America because honestly, I don't give a fuck. Never have, never will. So yes, I have been interrupted in these rooms. I'll give one more story and I'll let somebody else talk because I don't want to just go on a rant. I'll never forget this one. When I
keep going.
Right before I got to management level, was I finishing grad school? I think I had just finished grad school. So they didn't put me in the manager yet. Now, mind you, I had to finish grad school with a master's in leadership and strategic management for people to start giving me a look for management. Meanwhile, I just told you, Peter Griffin's ass had an associate's degree and this motherfucker was already a supervisor. Yeah, he was 10 years older than me, but the point is he only had an associate's and he was a piece of shit and they liked him. He made them laugh, so they wanted him in their meetings. Me, people found to be standoffish or I can't get a read on you. Nigga, this is work. The fuck you trying to read me for? I thought I came here to do a motherfucking job. So now I'm in a meeting. My manager was on vacation and the senior on my group was on vacation as well. It was Christmas time. So everybody's out. I'm literally the low man in the totem pole, but they send me to this meeting. And I go to the meeting, it's all directors and senior directors, and it's just one dude, Middle Eastern cat, cool dude, Egyptian actually. And so African, let me make that clear. African cat, because Egypt is in Africa. So African cat was in there. He was running the manufacturing. And he just gets tight. He's like, what's going on with your group, Justin? Why they don't ever get nothing out the door? Blah, 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 blah. We're holding all this, that, and every up. And he's yelling, he's screaming, he's barking, right? All about quality. And I'm like, all right, okay, I see you. And I'm taking notes. And he's like, Justin, you have anything to say? And I was like, well, I got a list of things that I can release. Can we go down the list and I can tell you what I'm ready to release? No, I'm stuck on this thing. I'm stuck on this thing. I said, okay, I can release that next week. Oh, this has been held up for 6 months. Yeah, that's because I wasn't working on it. Now I worked on it. It's going to be ready next week. What else is on your list, Justin? Oh, I got like 10 more things. Okay. Let's not go down your whole list because they had the list on the board of what they want to go through. Let's go to the next one. So the next one, I didn't have nothing. Next 3, I had nothing on. I was taking notes. I missed what somebody said. I was sitting next to this white woman. And I say to her, I tap her and I go, hey, what did he just say? Because I didn't want to interrupt the whole meeting. I'm trying to be polite at the flow of the meeting or whatever. It's my first time being around these people, directors and higher. And she takes it upon herself to try to put me on motherfucking blast like I wasn't paying attention. Well, Justin, he said, blah, 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 blah. And you didn't say anything, so they moved on to the next point. And I looked at her. I'm going to call her out. I go, thanks, Susan. That's why I was asking, because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. But since you've now put the whole room on my attention, I'm going to talk about this lot of drugs that need to be released. And I proceed to start talking about the lot of drugs that needs to be released. And I said, I'm glad you brought it up again, Susan, now that I'm thinking about it, because I could have released this last week and I sent you an email and you never responded.
Ooh,
So I literally took her trying to put me on blast and I put
oh
her
my
on
gosh.
blast.
Yeah.
And she goes, "What? You sent me an email?" I said, "Yeah. Can I share my screen really fast?" And I take the power cord from the man running the meeting and I plug it in and I have my email to Susan queued up. "Hey Susan, I'm ready to release XYZ. How soon can you get me this, that, and the third?" Timestamp mark on it from a week ago. Guess who got invited back to every meeting and everybody starts saying Justin's a rising star in this company and I think you need to send him to more meetings? The African cat. And all the other people in the room realized very quickly that I was not for play. And if you want to play with something, it's between your motherfucking legs. But it ain't this motherfucker. So yes, I've dealt with this and I deal with it head on. I don't shrink. I don't have multi-million-dollar deals. I don't have the child killing pedophiles holding my checks over my head. So I check people. Yes, I do. People sometimes will tell me I'm aggressive, and I say, maybe I'm not aggressive. Maybe you're just a little too passive. I'm direct, I'm transparent. You don't like it? Again, it's between your legs. Twiddle it or jerk it, because I don't have time for you.
Okay. So I I've been thinking about like scenarios where that's happened to me, and I can't quite come up with one. I can say that I've been in a scenario where people were talking, and I felt kind of like defenseless to the conversation, which you guys know about. And I couldn't say anything, but really wanted to, right? So, you know, unlike you, Justin, you decided to come up and say something, right? You said something in that moment, and you made your mark. In hindsight, do I think I should have? Yeah. Was I getting paid, and was I in college? Yeah. Did I need the money? Yeah. So I didn't say anything, but
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I was working for a gentleman, and he did catering. We talked about this more money. He did catering, and throughout his catering service, he catered for some wealthy people up in Boston, and right up there where that dome is at for the town hall or whatever, in the oldest park, right, looking right above the oldest park in the United States, which is in Massachusetts, was a seven-story brownstone. And in that seven-story brownstone, it sat a 64 seat dining room where it was a gentleman's club. And no, there was no bitches stripping or anything like that. It was just like an elite gentleman's club. Right? So we came in, we served them or whatever, and over the conversation, over the table, what I mean, as you fucking drop over the right and take from the left or whatever the case may be, they were talking about how their grandparents owned owned slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was in what 2007, 2008. So it was a generation of men that grew up off the back of, or have their wealth off the back of slaves. So it was interesting to hear that conversation and have me doing exactly what slaves would do to their grandparents back in the day. It made me feel real small as a person, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't say, the fuck y'all up in here, because there wasn't a black person out there. I mean, I was me and whoever was serving them, right? So the black people were the ones that were serving these gentlemen. And, they just so happened to be upper echelon, rich, white wigs up in Beantown in Boston. And
Eye drops next time, Steve.
oh, wow.
Eye drops
Yeah.
in the water. They
Huh?
shit themselves for a day.
Eye drops in the water?
Visine in your water will fuck your life up.
Oh, little did I know. But I wish I would have known that information then, because it was an interesting perspective. We sitting there cutting their cigars as they're smoking and all. So they had a cigar room off of the dining room, by the way. Um, it was a crazy experience, and I didn't have the power to speak in that moment. I didn't see this interview that happened with Marlon Wayans, and frankly, I'm extremely surprised to have seen Marlon Wayans take that. But he was in a position where if he didn't and he would have lashed out, it could have been bad for him.
Because
So
because
he
the
had to
people who
sit
cut his
there.
check.
Yeah, he had to sit there and have that woman constantly shut him down when he's trying to speak.
Hmm.
And it's interesting for what I can tell y'all and what we can tell each other is we don't know what it's like to be a woman, right? We don't know what it's like to be a woman. So and there is a such thing as a masculine woman, right? But when it comes to masculinity, it is normally directly tied to men, right? You're not a masculine man. You don't hear you're not a masculine woman. It doesn't cultivate around them from that perspective. But it is a thing. I'm not saying that it's not a thing, but masculine man is the term, right? So how can a woman tell a man about masculinity?
Because we let them tell us everything.
And that's the thing, right? So he allowed her to walk over him from that perspective because if he didn't, he was going to be in trouble for whatever it was that he was trying to promote.
When the
And B,
correct answer
you
was,
know,
bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
I don't know if that's the correct answer, but what I can
In
say
that
is,
situation, yes.
I mean, he could have been like, what? How can you? He could have said exactly what I'm talking about now. How do you know about masculinity? How are you gonna ask me? You know what I'm saying?
Show me your dick.
So
That's what you say to him. Shut him down real quick. Show me
So-
that dick.
from those perspectives, pause.
No pause. You asking a woman, show me that dick. You
Yeah.
want to talk about masculinity? Show me that dick. And we can have this conversation. Oh, you don't got one. Shut your ass up.
So
She show it to you, got a whole different conversation.
yeah, definitely got a different conversation. Definitely got a different conversation.
Possible in
But,
2025.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, man, it's interesting to hear your perspective and then live through my perspective as far as being in a situation where I decided not to speak out versus speaking out.
And these are the
Obviously,
same year, too, people.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, same.
2000. You said 8, 7, 8?
I was in 2007, 2008. Yeah,
Mine was 2007. Yeah.
So I mean, and I whatever. That being said, needless to
Same
say,
area. Because I was Rhode Island. He was Massachusetts.
I
the
don't
parallels
like
are.
Boston. I don't like
Yeah.
Boston in the slightest bit. Nor
New
do I
England
like
is
her
garbage.
from Massachusetts. But yeah,
New England's trash.
I'll pass it to you. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not going to sit here and co-sign. I'm not going to co-sign.
New England is the south of the north.
But
Let's just keep it a buck.
What's crazy, right? Is like you say that it's the south of the north, but it's the establishment. It's what
Yeah.
started it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's where the Southerners got their swag to be racist, was up there.
Yo,
Jim Crow started in Boston.
I was watching something on I was watching something on a network.
It did start in Boston.
And it was about a dude that got basically, blamed for the unaliving of a little kid. It was a black guy, and he lived up in like upstate New York, like on the borderline of New York and Canada. He lived up that way, and it's crazy because they just didn't even look at any other. They didn't look at anyone else for any other reason. They automatically blamed him, called him into, to say that we just wanted to talk to you and have a conversation. Read him his Miranda rights while being there, right? So they were just talking. They were there for like maybe 20 minutes, and they were like, you know what, we're just gonna do this for whatever case. They read him the rights and then had strip search the man. Wouldn't let him leave. He had the right to get up and walk out of that spot, but he knew, and he said he knew in the moment that he could not leave. They asked him for his phone to make phone calls. He was calling people. They took his phone from him, and all they did was say, "Come in. We just want to have a conversation with you," and then kept him there for like 8 hours before he got a chance to go home. He left in that scenario in a what's name? One of those suits, one of those hazmat suit. He left in a hazmat suit
because they took his clothes.
They kept his clothes. Yeah, it was crazy. He was like, "Yo, anyway." I mean, but it happens often, and I hate that it happens. But that's New York, people. He talked about how there was Confederate flags up there. The fuck do you have a Confederate flag up in fucking upstate, borderline Canada, New York?
You go
That
north
flag
to Jersey.
is a direct descendant of the South. You know
The
what I'm
fact
saying?
that people rap what should be seen as traitors blows my mind. You claim to love America, but you're repping the people who wanted to destroy it.
I mean, and the crazy part is repping the people that wanted to destroy it, but still supporting the people that rep it.
Yes, it doesn't make any
Meaning
sense.
that in their eyes, what they would like is to see that America.
What my mother and grandmother always used to say. They wasn't saying it because they agreed with it, but they would always say when something happened, "Oh, you know what the saying is: if it ain't white, it ain't right."
You ready, money?
And that's basically what time it is. As long as a white person saying it, it's all good. Why can't you still fly swastikas and stuff like that? If it's so horrible, as long as a white boy's doing it, it's cool. Kanye West did it; it was a problem.
Well, swastikas don't. I mean, they are related to.
Well,
but
that's
a Chinese symbol.
It's a Chinese. It's an indigenous symbol. It was before it was China. It was a symbol of peace. One person took it and apparently bastardized it. I don't know because I didn't live in those times. Victor gets to write the history is all I'm going to say. Money, what you got on this? Because I'm about to take us on a whole nother rabbit hole.
Honestly, she did not let him speak. And we understand that, but the deeper issue is she wasn't listening. She didn't listen to hear him finish talking and speaking. She was triggered in general. And a lot of times, ladies, well, those particular ladies you could say in general, but those particular ladies will speak. And I understand the meaning of the video by saying, this white woman is over talking the black male and the patriarchy and all this different stuff about men and trying to get equal rights. I get that.
Black men aren't even part of the patriarchy that they supposed to be
There
fighting.
we go. That's what I led you into it. I led you right into
That's
it.
what pisses me off.
We're not a part of it.
They won't even let us at the table.
We don't have those same
unless you
rights.
Put that red dress and them high heels.
But she slash they want to speak to us like that because they know that too. Subliminally, subconsciously, they know that.
They know it.
They wasn't talking to Zaddy like that. She ain't talking to Zaddy like that, Vanilla Zaddy. No. But yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm trying. The only way you're gonna do it, you gotta be dancing. You gotta be in a dress. I'm trying to find the picture of the little raccoon in the suit and the tap dance, and all the crackers are standing around clapping and he dancing.
I was scared you were gonna play some RuPaul. I thought you were gonna play something like Wild RuPaul.
Oh my gosh.
But bottom line is, fellas, like at the end of the day, man, we aren't even a part of that. We're not a part of this war. We trying to fight. We trying to get the same opportunities you trying to get. But yet it always comes down to it because they don't understand that black men have it worse than any other.
If you're doing this, they'll let you at your table.
I just got that text. Anyway.
I don't know. It won't show on the screen here, will it?
Oh yeah,
look. If you're doing that, and there's a bunch of red hats around you, they'll listen until they don't want to listen no more. Until they get next tap dancing dude. in there.
I'm gonna put it underneath the thing as a.
Oh, Terry Crews ass Negroes.
Oh,
That's what they want.
Shucking and jiving.
Word. Oh, Terry Crews ass Negroes. And I don't have a problem with Terry Crews. It's the fact that Nick Cannon said some shit and he lost his job on, what was that, America's Got Talent? And who was the first Negro in line to take the job? Don't worry, boss. I don't say nothing controversial. You can grab my dick and I won't hit you. Oh, big for nothing ass nigga, man.
All right, so it's my time, man. I'm going.
Big for nothing ass nigga, man.
I can see him Sambo too. I can see him like the what you call it? What's the
baby back
Apollo?
bitch popping like he was in the movie Baby Back Bitch. He doing all of that pop locking and shit for these people. He just ain't tap dancing. He baby back bitch.
Oh, Tupac. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, excuse me?
So
excuse me?
I'm going to say this. All right. I had a few subjects that I wanted to bring in today. And I don't know which one to do. But I think I'm going to keep it real light.
I can't stop showing it.
I can't wait to put that underneath.
Real lighthearted. I'm going to keep it real lighthearted. Not too lighthearted, but lighthearted enough to where I'm like, damn, I can't believe you did this, right? Like, not even can't believe. I should have known type of thing. I'm going to go with the LBJ scenario. You see what LBJ did the last couple days, man?
LeBron James?
Yes, LeBron James.
What he I know he.
All right, so LeBron James was like, yo,
fake some shit out.
I have an announcement too, right? So he gets up there and has the whole world shook up, right? These assholes go out of their way to buy tickets at the last basketball game for 2026. And them shits were selling for $12,000. Now, it is not LeBron James's fault that they went and did that. But I'm not mad at that perspective. What I'm mad at is, honestly, to co-sign on the spirit, right? Like, which is alcohol, right? Co-sign on some alcohol on the big stage. I'm just like, bro, why? Why? Yo, any other opportunity for you to be able to, oh my God.
That's why.
Oh my God.
That's why.
I can't believe it. I'm kind of taken back by it. But now, how do you feel about it? Justin? No. Let's start with Mo. How do you feel about it, Money? Oh, you're on mute again, Money.
You're on mute.
My bad.
Yeah.
So what did the great LBJ do exactly? Doesn't he have a partnership with the liquor
with Hennessy?
And that was his announcement, right?
That was his big announcement, right? Like he said the decision too, which was a mockery in itself when it happened, right? So I guess it's only right for it to become another mockery, right? Because
I think he was dead right by doing it. It got attention. It's on Diddy level. It was on pause. You know what I mean? Not the oil. I mean, when Diddy was doing Ciroc,
doing the same thing.
He used to be on the social media. Yeah. That won't stop. And he had the commercials, and then that Ciroc blew up. I guarantee you people gonna buy that Henny. You know it. Y'all know y'all black folks like the dark liquor. But now King James got it.
No, yeah.
Now he should have put it with his shoe. He should have put it in the shoe.
The shoe dropped too.
Genius marketing, man. Genius marketing.
He went on Kai Cenat, and don't get me started on that motherfucking tether ass little nigga.
Oh man.
Same thing. Tap dancing ass little nigga don't know his history. First generation immigrant ass nigga talking crazy about black people. I see you, I'm running your head. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I spin your little head, nigga. Talk that crazy shit to me.
I didn't even see what he did lately.
Oh no, he had a rant a couple of months ago where somebody black was in the comments, African American in the comments. He's like, "You're just black. You're not Caribbean. You're not Haitian. You're not Nigerian. You're just black. You don't even know your lineage." And blah 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 blah. But nigga, you want to dress like us? Okay. You get your whole slang and your style from us.
Oh,
I don't
man.
even know what that nigga's lineage is. Go act like them, guy.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, he did that. So yeah, so Kai Cenat, I'm not a fan of you. Everybody else is on your dick. You got the middle-aged white women going crazy for whatever
Which
reason.
I don't understand. Which I don't.
Because he's safe. Because he's safe. He's not seen as a threat. He's dancing for these people every day at a certain time. He's dancing for these people.
So this is the actual great.
Yes, this is what you. If you want to be in entertainment, you gotta be this guy.
Oh shit.
You gotta be this dude. You either gotta be super gangster and they'll accept you.
Yeah.
You gotta be a super coon, or you gotta be willing to get. Any way you're gonna put your people down, they'll rock with you. As long as you shitting on African Americans, they'll rock with you. But I was saying LeBron rolled his sneaker out on Kai Cenat's show. I got off topic because I don't let that shit ride. I'm calling out these coons and shit. Like, you can say what you want to say about me. Bunny Hopper, sellout. It is what it is. Say what you want to say. I don't give two shits because I don't fuck with y'all hood niggas and I don't fuck with y'all coons because I'm a regular fucking black man. Period. I live my life how I want to live it. I don't give a fuck about y'all stereotypes and what you tell me how I'm supposed to do. Because if I had to listen to y'all simple motherfuckers in the 90s, I wouldn't have been going to the library after school reading to get my fucking vernacular up so that I could move up the ranks in corporate America like I did. I'd have been shooting fucking basketball like this nigga here on the left. And again, no disrespect to LeBron, but there was a lot of motherfuckers when we was growing up that told me that me going the academic route to get my education and go to college was harder than to go in the playing a sport route. And I used to tell these motherfuckers, that's because don't nobody in your family know shit.
Got it. It's true.
All the people in my family went to college. And even if they didn't graduate, they went. And we didn't do it based off of our bodies. We did it based off of our fucking minds. So I personally have a problem with these two cats being the face of Black America. Because that's not who we are. We are more than a shuck and jiving coon like this little nigga on the right. And we're more than dribbling a basketball, pretending to read books in the goddamn locker room like this nigga do.
All right, so LBJ, LeBron James was straight from high school. But for him to go from straight from high school and become a billionaire off of the strength of him being able to play basketball.
Put the coon picture back up.
It's pretty. No.
Put the coon picture back up.
Man. It's pretty solid. I don't know.
I'm not hating on his journey. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying.
I had a journey too, though. Oh Lord.
An athlete should not be representing who we are,
but
as a people. No buts.
Hold on.
We got brilliant minds, and a nigga dribbling a basketball is our. Come on, Steve.
Listen, Justin.
He's not wrong. Justin's not wrong on
when
this.
When I roll this out, fellas, you'll be able to understand what I'm about to say.
Roll it out for me. Help me understand.
So this is why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar attacked him, because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was an athlete that did stand up and do for his people equally, as such as Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali.
And they won't put them niggas on TV at all.
But that's what I'm saying. And the reason why Kareem is disappointed in LeBron is because LeBron has a platform, but what LeBron does he goes and grabs a Hennessy.
Yes.
Something that kills the black folks, something that people love, black folks love, that hen dog, give me that hen dog, fam. They love Hennessy. And then you got this dude, LeBron James, being a billionaire off the strength of him playing basketball, but having the opportunity in the spotlight to be doing something. Not saying that he does not, because he do open schools.
He does.
And he's done a lot of solid stuff. But this is the platform, and I feel like him and Michael Jordan decided not to stand on the backs of Kareem, Jim Brown, Bill
They wanted the
Russell,
money.
Muhammad Ali, because they went for the bread, right?
They went for the
I'm looking
bread.
at this like, he's shaking up the world to pretend to, be retiring, and Dollar was like, yo, he deserves a retire, like a farewell tour. You know who didn't do that? Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan
No.
played in his last game, and he lost, or whatever it was that happened, and he said Tim Duncan is retiring in the offseason. And that's where I feel like it's commendable. You do not need to be celebrated. Now, don't get me wrong, some people took that route, right? Like, you got, I remember watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sit on and everywhere he went, they did something cool for him, right? And I guess, it's a nice send-off, but I feel like you get so much praise now, the send-off should be just, all right, I'm done, versus, you doing something like this, then to have it be a marketing scheme, and then on top of that, you playing for another 2 years. The fuck?
So he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire, right? So I guess he's just trying to I don't know, man. He's trying to make more money. Is it like
he does now?
You're right. He patents stats at this point in his career.
I mean, what? I don't know.
Stat pattern.
It's bad. It's bad the way you put it, though, Steve, because it is. It's like Hennessy does nothing good to the Black community.
Not at all.
No.
Nothing good to any community, honestly. That dark drink.
Every fight I got to in the club, I was drinking that.
See?
Yeah, it was either Hennessy or Easy Jesus.
Oh, Easy Jesus. Oh, Paul Masson. Yeah. You ain't a real one if you ain't never had no Paul Masson.
E&J, boy. E&J. That used to be in the hood. Heavy in the 90s.
Hennessy,
and
early
2000s. E&J was Easy Jesus. We got that Easy Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember dudes used to get hyped up to go out and get bitches drinking that nasty shit.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And Hennessy was one of them ones.
Yeah, Hennessy was definitely one of the ones.
There's a bunch of people that you could see on what Reel saying everything was good until I drank the Hennessy, and then my night was over. But you see dudes out there having a good time drinking the Hennessy, and then they wake up in jail, and not knowing why they're in jail because they drank that hen dog.
Wake up with a fucking troglodyte next to you, and like, what happened here?
Exactly.
Why did I go home?
LBJ looking at him with that smirk on his face, and he's holding that bottle, and that's just gonna make people want to, go out there and get it more. But back in the day, Hennessy was actually considered, a luxury drink. It was a thing.
Yeah.
But then, when we pulled on it, what I'm saying, Pauls, and got it to be what it was, made it super popular. They made it a lot cheaper and easier to, purchase, and the masses took over and made Hennessy a global icon in a sense. Started with Bruce Lee, though.
Yeah, Bruce Lee, the man. But I don't know what to say about this, honestly, because it's just, like Justin said as well, like this guy, you have such a big stage, and it's interesting what you do.
Yeah.
And how you market and pull. Yeah. And I know he was a big like wine guy or something. I remember he used to do interviews like by the wine cellar. He had like this big wine cellar or whatever the case may be. And like he used to do interviews like in a vault with the liquor, and the wine was there.
Him and what's the name?
Was it Wade? Was it Wade?
No. It's Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart surrounded by all the barrels and they drinking stuff like that. But strangely enough, and not necessarily trying to lean on the topic, but strangely enough, you ever see how often stars, like outside of necessarily just, making money off it, but promote like spirits and wines and, that type of stuff, and like they get behind it. There's some kind of like deeper meaning behind this shit. This is poison, bro. It's
they want to keep you, an entertainer's job is
Mhm.
to keep the masses confused so we don't rise up. That's literally their job. This nigga is a fucking performer in the Roman circus. Most of y'all niggas
Yeah.
don't know nothing about the Roman circus. The Roman Empire was collapsing. You know what they did to keep everybody happy? More gladiator fights.
Yeah, Spartacus.
Let's throw this man in here from fucking Libya in there with a tiger. That man from Libya was a scholar. Why is he in here with a tiger? Like, he was a diplomat. Why is he fighting a tiger? Why? Because people wanted bloodshed. We are the same way in our society. Super Bowl falls in February. That's the time Congress comes back from recess and they pass a lot of laws. They don't want you paying attention to that. Okay? Right now, we're in the middle of getting close to the World Series. The government is on shutdown, and you turn the news on, and they want to talk about the Yankees are done and how Aaron Judge chokes in the playoffs. But you're not talking about how flights is getting canceled and how
one of my topics. I was going to use it, but I said
you don't want to talk about that stuff. These people are performers in the Roman circus. Like, people can miss me with the bullshit. Like, at this point in my life, like, I see shit for what it is. I try not to say too much, but at the same time, I'm on the clock when it comes to life anyway. You get to a certain age, it's like, shit, how many more summers I actually got left? So I might as well spend those summers speaking the truth and trying to enlighten people instead of just going along with the status quo and making everybody happy. Because guess what? I'm getting to the point in life where it's like, if I ain't happy, ain't nobody fucking happy. Because I don't give a fuck about other people's happinesses. I'm not happy. Self-preservation is supposed to be your main focus in life. We got it all fucked up out here.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm not happy, I can't provide properly for my family. So, people, you need to focus on yourself, and then you can help others. They tell you in a plane, put your life vest on and your mask first, and then help those around you. You can't help people if you're worried about everybody else and what they're doing. That's why so many motherfuckers drop dead, because they worried about everybody else. Do you, everything falls in line. Don't be a coon.
Cooning and buffooning.
Cooning and buffooning. I want to do a quick topic, but I don't even really have one like that. But
all right. Shoot something, whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Let me take the coon off, because I can tell you, big coon got to get off here. Continue.
It kind of goes to this. Everything Black people do, they want to label it hood. Can we start a movement here, and everything white people do, we start labeling it trailer park activities? Can we even the playing field?
Isn't that like used currently though?
Who is it? Because I don't hear. Well, they say it, but I don't hear people who look like us using it.
No, it's a narrative. It's a narrative. It's a media narrative. You gotta, it's a media narrative of putting certain people.
Like more upfront, like
national.
Gotcha. They can label that via shows.
Like can we start that? Like
only certain people are called terrorists. Only certain people are called terrorists,
and we know who they are. And again, they're living in a lot of your houses. They're your sons. They're your uncles. They're your cousins. They're your grandfathers.
Think about when you say deadbeat dad. Who do they look at as deadbeat dads? They don't look at a certain race as deadbeat dads. They look at a certain race as fatherless children.
Victims.
I think our generation and generation under us is starting to like kill that narrative a little bit more so than ever with the fathers and stuff like that. Which there's still people out here that don't
still believe it.
But
No, the numbers say different. The numbers say different. Actually, black fathers are mostly the ones actually in the homes now.
Yeah, we
but
hear.
they don't want to put those
Even
numbers.
if we aren't in the homes, we're still
Yeah.
with our
Mhm.
kids. You're taking them to school.
Actually,
we're doing a lot of stuff like
yeah.
that. So,
It's-
trailer
And
park.
even
numbers
if you
don't
ain't
lie,
with them,
but they don't want to. They don't want to bring
paying
those
for 'em.
numbers.
You know what I
Yeah.
think that we should label differently? 'Cause I feel like it's almost like a slap on the wrist. Blue and white collar crimes. I think we should name them different. So I feel like when you like blue collar crime, it's almost like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like, and then, don't get me wrong, still a crime, but I feel like it's almost like glorifying it. Like, because there's a blue collar worker, there's a white collar worker, there's a blue collar crime, there's a white collar crime. They fall in the same lane, right? So it doesn't necessarily get as high or as focused on as some other crimes, right? So, when you hear that type of stuff and you're like, damn, what's a white collar crime? And then you do some investigation of what these people did.
It's
and
the
how much
worst
money,
type of crime.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How much money they were able to swindle from major companies.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, gone. Or somebody that does, a major, super ridiculous Ponzi scheme.
Mhm.
Right?
I don't mean to cut you off, Steve.
Go
I don't
ahead.
mean to cut you off, but I just continue. Just remember that Ponzi scheme thing.
Oh yeah.
I just remember this part. I had a client this years ago, and she randomly said, I don't know why anybody goes to jail for white collar crimes. They should not be allowed to go to jail for white collar crimes. It's not serious at all. It was like a record. I was like, scratch, like, what? Ma'am, what are you talking about? Continue about your Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, I mean, look at Brett Favre, right?
Nigga, I hate Bo Nix. You ready for me to break it down? Let me break this down, and we can end. Let me break this down because it's exactly what the fuck you're talking about here. Brett Favre, who was at Southern Mississippi State, got that money funneled from needy families, and they always want to. That's another thing I hated. They always want to act like it was black people. It's a lot of poor fucking white people in Mississippi. Please, let's not fuck this narrative up. Yes, there are a lot of black people in Mississippi. There are a shit ton of poor white people. So let's not just act like this money was for black people only. It was for everyone. And Brett Favre, with his connections to this university, I want to say the governor was involved, and also the person who ran the was it welfare or whatever the fuck they call it? I don't know. It wasn't part of my vernacular growing up. So these are new terms to me: welfare, Section 8. I don't know none of this shit. This is all stuff I've learned in my 20s and 30s. These weren't daily conversations in my home, people. I just got to put that out there. So if I'm misspeaking, there's a good fucking reason. My family actually worked for what we got. We didn't get government handouts. I digress. The point is, they took that money. They built a volleyball facility where Brett Favre's daughter went to play. They also built a training football facility for, I don't know if this child's father was a congressman. I don't know if he was a cop. He was some high-ranking person, and he got to work out in this facility every day. And they made this beautiful $1 million facility for this person to work out every day. And he was slated. He was going to go to the NFL, and he's going to be the next Brett Favre out of Mississippi. Nigga, it's Bo Nix. Go look it up. Bo Nix directly benefited from Brett Favre's scandal. Brett Favre never was charged. Bo Nix's father was involved. They trained Bo Nix up. Now he plays for the Denver Broncos. He got the call to beat the Eagles. They gave a nice no call for the champions, so Bo Nix's team could win, so they could hype this dude up even more. It's everything. They play in our fucking faces. Bo Nix was already fucking set to be the man. That's why Bo Nix is. I'm not gonna say he our age, but Bo Nix like 25 years old, 26. It's the second year in the league.
He's an old veteran. I mean, he's an old rookie. Yeah.
Yes, they held him back because he was working in a facility that was sponsored by this money for Brett Favre that he stole. Look it up.
Yeah.
So again, trailer park activities in your face.
Yeah, and he was one of those good old boys too, Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of those good old boys, you know what I'm saying? For Mississippi Cat, you know, on his tractor and all sorts of stuff. They was
Yeah, good old boy.
They was giving him the Wrangler jeans love, you know what I'm saying? He was there, you know. So
dick pics, the interns at the Jets facility. Let's not forget.
I was about to go there. Let's
not forget who he is.
These are, or at least what he did here, would be considered a white collar crime, right? Like,
yes,
you know, dealing with a lot of moving things to make one thing happen, right? So, and now the man has dementia, right? Like he has dementia.
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Who has dementia?
They claim Brett Favre got
has dementia. They said.
I bet they all have dementia when
try and pull him away. But
Brett Favre, 50-something years old.
What's the name? Has dementia too? What's the name? Used to the big record producer. The big record producer looked like a vampire now. Used to be Whitney Houston. They had
I know who you talking about. Clive Davis.
Clive Davis looked like a damn vampire all of a sudden. Now he don't know nothing. They talk about Diddy and all this stuff. They don't know nothing.
Clive
he don't
Davis.
know nothing now. He don't know nothing. He's like
Andre Harrell took Diddy to Clive Davis.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah. Favre ain't that old.
Damn.
Talking about some dementia.
Yeah, Favre's not that old.
Talking about some dementia.
Yeah,
let's stop really the cap. Lost it. Let's stop the cap. They just don't want to send the man to jail.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
But that's what ends up happening. But in the same breath, what you would consider to be, absolutely evil is a dude that grew up in a certain area that became a strong businessman by peddling these drugs and made money in the empire off of that, and then you dump him to the garbage when he gets caught, right? You get that whole RICO thing happening, and granted, people out here killing cats, and that's something different. But in the same sense, man, it's just so like ultimately frowned upon, and those blue and white collar crimes don't get the same love, and I feel like they are more devastating to more people than some of the stuff that happens. What is happening?
That's who you sent the dick pic to?
Yes, that's who he's trying to. Yeah, I actually watched a documentary on her. She was doing something with football back in the day. She used to do a lot of like interviews and she was making things happen. But when that thing kind of crumbled with him because they were trying to protect him versus her, she got thrown to the wayside. Never.
The titties are terrible.
Oh, those is doctor approved, man.
I know. That's why I said they're terrible.
She doctor approved. She said she got the best doctor.
I guess so.
So you weren't supposed to know.
I can tell. I know. Some people like it. I thought they all died in the 90s, but I digress. I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah, but that's how I'd say it. I mean, making a redneck thing or trailer park trash energy is prominent as like hood or ghetto.
Yeah, we have to just start. I think we just have to start calling people that.
Well, sometimes some things happen in very like, let's say for instance, in this area, right in the middle, Norfolk is in the middle, right? So Norfolk, Bridgeport, or whatever. So I'm gonna use Bridgeport. So Bridgeport is, you got Trumbull, Shelton, Fairfield, and Monroe, right? So Bridgeport is in between all of those places. But Bridgeport is hood. I don't care what nobody tells me. Bridgeport is hood as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But the surrounding areas absolutely are not. So the types of calls you get from Monroe, you know what I'm saying, and Trumbull, and all those other places, these types of like 911 calls and the stuff that happens in these areas aren't as, I guess, norm as Bridgeport would be, but they're fucking equally as crazy. but you don't hear
Yeah,
anything about that because those are nice places to live. You know what I mean? Versus
Yeah, there's so
the
many
inner
different
city,
things.
right? You know,
You're
like
right.
they just blew up the
the tower. I know.
the
I seen
tower
it.
in
They
Bridgeport. Yeah,
imploded
they
it.
just blew that up. Which is great, by the way. You know, if you ask me, that was a fucking huge eyesore. They made it on fucking Family Guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing needed to go. it needed to go. It was disgusting. It was there. And I'm not a Bridgeport. I'm not from Bridgeport. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's a staple. I mean, that shit was horrible, right? But you know,
How? My question is this: They tore it down. We all gonna put some money together and buy one of the loft apartments they put in there, one of them condos. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
That space is utilized.
Prime time real estate. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's gonna be
was
like
there for so
really
long.
nice.
They've been trying to get water. Yeah, they've been trying to get that water up. They've been trying to get it for a minute.
Words. In the next 10 years, Bridgeport is going to be the most booming city in Connecticut.
100%.
Well, it was before though. Somebody told me.
You know what I mean? And
it was before.
Stuff.
It was popping.
And in this cemetery,
the mayor's been stopping them for years. It's been stopping them from years to try to put a casino down there. They've been trying to get their waterfront for years. I know
it should be a casino.
I've known from a source
casino
over 10 years ago saying buying Bridgeport. Told me buying Bridgeport, start buying over 10, 12 years ago. Told me that.
And I was like, what? Too when I was still in Connecticut. People was like, go to Bridgeport and buy and just rent your joints.
And this dude had a lot of money.
From where I'm at right now, you know, you ever hear of Tom Thumb? Ever heard of Tom Thumb? Little guy. He was like a midget dude, but he was like in the circus.
Oh, yes.
He's buried right down the street from me, literally. There's a fucking statue in the grave.
It's a statue there.
Yeah, is it Tom Thumb? And,
that's what I'm saying.
It was a booming place, so it's on the way to becoming again.
You don't know it was already on it was on the news it was on the news. I think it was like not world news, but it was like Channel 5 or something, like top places to be. Connecticut and Bridgeport was on it. I said, I know what they were doing. I know what they were doing. I said, I know what they're doing.
Remember Stanford was hood at one point too.
Now they got that big championship belt in the middle of Stanford.
It's over.
They like claim.
They got rid of that.
Boy.
Yeah,
they're about to get up out of there.
Yeah,
Stanford was hood. I remember going to Stanford Mall, and it used to be some wild shit happening in the Stanford Mall in the 80s, early 90s. I remember cats, if you used to go to the mall, I knew multiple people that I took the bus with. We used to take the bus to Stanford and go to the mall, and cats was getting jumped in Stanford in the mall. And I used to be like, how y'all getting jumped in Stanford? And they'd be like, what you mean? I was like, I go to Stanford Mall Dolo all the time. And they're like, oh, that's because you go alone. I said, no, that's because I'm not out there talking shit in a city that ain't my city. And I took the bus to get there. You got to wait for the bus to get back to your home turf or a subway. Don't be talking shit.
That's some interesting. That's some team members that was out there really getting down for it. It was crazy.
I forgot about you. Yeah, I was just thinking about dudes in my neighborhood. And that's the crazy thing. There was Italian cats that was going out there to pull girls too in my neighborhood, and they was going up there getting lumped up too.
The common cause for a lot of violence is
it was girls. It was the girls. Stanford girls getting dudes lined up.
There's some days where that
always.
They was getting dudes lined up because you go talk to a girl. I remember it was a known. Well, I shouldn't say this. That it was known, but people used to say, "Don't talk to girls from West Hill." That high school out in Stanford. West Hill was
I remember that too. I remember that too. How do I even remember that?
Because it was
I
the
don't
truth.
remember that. I don't remember that at all. That West Hill area.
I actually remember that.
The West Hill girls was the girls that was lining cats
up. I ain't close. I don't know. I don't remember hearing anything about that.
Just saying that I heard.
Listen, if I remember, yes.
Stanford High girls. Stanford High girls with a lot of rich girls at Stanford High. Stanford High is close to the North Stanford. North Stanford is popping with the money.
Stanford is actually real deal, bro.
North Stanford is popping with the money.
Yeah.
Where we going here?
I
We
gotta
over
give
an
y'all
hour,
something at the
guys.
end. Yep, we gotta give you something. I gotta give y'all one more. We out. Keep one of them.
Only one match to keep.
Only one match to keep.
I'm perfect. I'm perfect. Perfect. Bret the Hitman. One of the two of the best technical wrestlers in the history of the game.
Nah, I'm going Owen Brett.
I knew it.
I'm going Owen Brett
I knew it.
because
Owen's nice, but he's not perfect.
That match though, but that match was
that match was spectacular. Spectacular. You can
and he
tell
got the win. And
he got the
Owen
win.
got the win.
Crippled his brother. Who was the first match? That was the opening match of the night, Steve. Let me paint the picture for you. He had 2 feuds going on Bret Hart. This is why ain't nobody fucking with Bret Hart to me. 2 feuds. He had a family feud going on, and he had a feud with Yokozuna. Okay. Owen was basically like, "Oh, Bret, you want to be the champion, but you can't. You're not even the best wrestler in your family."
He did
every week on his neck.
But we all knew that was a fucking lie. No
I'm not saying that.
He was letting people know.
Where I'm going,
he was letting them know.
Owen came out, crippled his own brother, who was going to be in the main event. Bret Hart loses the match. Is now in the main event fighting the champion Yokozuna on one leg. 500 pounds versus what Bret Hart? 200, 215,
215, 220,
220 max.
He couldn't put him in there though. His leg was hurt.
Trying, but yeah, but
and he came out, Steve, and he bust Yokozuna ass. Something
that his brother wouldn't have been able to do.
And his brother was there, pissed off at ringside.
He was sick. He sick. He said it should have been me.
That's little bro. Like, big bro. Like, all right, little bro.
That was the greatest.
He was sick
storyline in WrestleMania history. Bro. That you watch a man fight 2 matches, lose the first one, win the one that mattered. GOAT status automatic.
2 matches in that one. With Shawn Michaels, he had the first Iron Man match. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. He had the first Iron Man match. He had the first ladder match. He had the first ladder match with Shawn as well.
When we're talking about Bret is almost in a lane of his own. You know what I mean? It's my older brother's favorite wrestler. I heard a lot about the excellence of execution, right?
That's the guy, man.
Mr. Perfect, man. You got the Mr. Perfect and the excellence of execution. There's only one other person I think I would put in the ring with those 2 cats. And
that was the IC
Dean
championship.
Malenko was the type of wrestler these 2 wrestlers are, right? So when it came to technician and technical wrestling, there were the rest of these matches don't compare to how.
That Owen does. That Owen does, Steve. That Owen does, Steve. Steve, you gotta watch it again.
It was the narrative, Justin.
You gotta watch it again.
Go watch the match, sir.
You gotta watch it. Owen can get down with the rest of them. Owen gets down. Owen gets down technically now.
There was a wrestling match.
I gotta see you something. Something I saw yesterday, last night on Owen. I was like, yo, he was getting busy.
I'm trying to hit on Owen. Rest in peace. He was definitely nice. But I'm looking at this list right now.
He was the only white cat in Nation of Domination. Stop playing with that man.
It was a Nation of Domination. But Bret was the one that was actually
With the Kofi?
Bret was the only one actually
playing with Owen.
He's out there getting them black chicks. Boy, Bret was
Owen Raheem Hart. Stop it.
He married to one right now.
Bret Hart
married to one right now.
Bret know what it's about.
Bret Hart.
She like 40, 38.
Bret
anyway,
like black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down in my team. That's how Bret was.
I need Bret Hart to get the back.
What about you, Mo? What do you think?
I gotta break the tie, unfortunately, man.
He gonna go with the Steve Austin joint. I know it.
No, I'm gotta go with the Perfect. The only reason why I gotta go with Perfect Heart, the only reason why I gotta do it is because that match catapulted Bret Hart's career.
Understood.
But that's the only reason why. And I'm mad about it because Perfect was actually injured and still went through with the match. His back was messed up. And Bret Hart gives him love for that because he's like, yo, this dude was in pain and he went and they gave a show.
That's okay. You know what? And that's why he became fucking
An announcer.
Ric Flair's manager
Yes.
and an announcer.
Yes. Because he
I mean,
got hurt back then with his back.
Yeah.
But Perfect, honestly, it was could out wrestle anybody. And I mean, like, he put on a performance. He put Bret over.
He
He
did.
got out there and put
He
Bret
did.
over. But I think, honestly, I would keep that match. But the better match was Bret Hart versus Perfect at the King of the Ring. And people don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Now that your dad's better, your dad ain't never beat my dad. He's like, of
Yeah.
course my dad beat your dad. Perfect was like, no, he didn't. He ain't beat my dad. I'm gonna
Yeah.
beat you. I was like, yo, listen, that
Yeah.
King of the Ring match, that Bret Hart versus Perfect King of the Ring was impressive. That's when his back was right.
Yeah.
Best 2 intercontinental champions of all time.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Bret
Right,
Hart.
man?
Bret Hart. Best 2.
Y'all think so?
Yeah. First things first. Perfect never got a chance to wrestle for the championship.
He
Mm,
should have got
yeah.
it.
Well deserved. He well
Yeah,
deserved.
probably
Never got the
they
chance.
two of the best. They are two of the best IC
To the
champions.
best.
and-
I hated Honky Tonk Man.
He had the longest run
Honky
though.
Tonk Man was
I know,
whack.
but I
He
couldn't
had the
stand. He
longest
was
run.
trash.
Honky Tonk
Trash.
Man was whack.
He used to hit people with the guitar.
He was
Guitar.
bred from the
I
middle
just-
of the country.
I just
That's what
I
Honky
was
Tonk Man
watching the other
And
day
he
when
hips. He had the hips.
when Rockabilly
Shake around on the
became
rope.
badass Billy Gunn and he hit him over the head. And that was the last time you seen Honky Tonk Man. Rockabilly, remember that whack shit?
Rockabilly was horrible.
Well, take us out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
All right.
We did like 90 minutes.
All right, John. All right. Listen, we out of here.
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly was wild. Stay blessed by the best, y'all. Again, keep going after your dreams and keep working hard, y'all. And listen, and don't look for any validation. Nobody cares until you make it. They're not going to
That's
see
it.
all the blood, sweat, and tears that you put in. And they not on you now, but they're going to be all over you when you up. So don't even pay attention to people's validation. As long as you happy inside and what you're doing, people are like, up and down waves, top turns. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about people. Worry about what you're doing. Stay blessed by the best, y'all. Keep working hard. Do what you're doing. Don't tell nobody about your dreams. Just do it. On that note, we out.
Be safe until the next time.
Peace out.